What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. And today I want to talk about the very first episode of The Walking Dead Dead City. It's a Negan and Maggie spinoff. The premise of the show is essentially Maggie's community gets overrun by some raiders. They take her son, and now with the aid of Negan, is trying to get him back from the Big Apple, New York City. So that's a simple premise. Obviously, there's more to it. There's more characters and place and things of that nature. I've tried to record this video twice, and because I'm just kind of having an issue with how I wanted to do this video, because what I wanted to do was a play-by-play, right? I wanted to bring up AMC Plus and kind of go through certain scenes and talk about them, show you some images while I'm going through the episode. Well, AMC Plus is shit, and I tried to do that, and it was kept stuttering really bad. I was trying to move the cursor to move the episode forward. It was getting stuck, so I could not do it. So instead, I'm gonna try to do it this way. And if this doesn't really work for the series going forward, because I'd like to do every episode of this series, a 6 episode series, so it's not super long. I like to do an episode for each episode. Well, I like to do an episode on here on the channel for each episode of the show. So anyway, with that being said, I pulled up my browser here, and I was just kind of gonna go through scenes of some stuff that I saw in episode one. Really, I put Dead City. I should put episode one and just see what images come up, because a lot of these images I can kind of at least talk to you about some of the stuff that happened in said images, because I think I got it off the dome enough that I can kind of talk about it. So anyway, with that being said, if you're new here, this is completely new, so if this seems kind of rough, take a look at our other videos. I could promise you they're better. If you do like this video, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like and subbing to the channel, we really would appreciate it. And if you like more The Walking Dead content, I would love to do more. I just think The Walking Dead over the years has declined. I still love it. If you guys know me, I'm a big Walking Dead fan. I was looking forward to this. Even I can admit the last few seasons of Walking Dead were not good. They had bright spots here and there, but they were not good TV. But I still love the product. I still love the franchise as a whole. I love the comics, TV shows. So I was really looking forward to this one. So if you're looking for this kind of stuff, you like this kind of thing, consider subbing to the channel, because we'll have more to talk about, and I will be talking about The Walking Dead Dead City as we get more and more episodes. So anyway, with that being said, I want to get that whole long intro out the way. Thank you guys for watching, and with that being said, let's get into The Walking Dead Dead City. All right, so we're gonna kind of do this in a weird way. So I guess really the best way to start off is this image right here. We'll kind of like go through. We'll kind of look at some images, and then we'll kind of talk for a minute, and then we'll go to the next one. It's just probably the best way to do it right this second. So anyway, image right here. This is essentially how the show starts out. Now there's another scene before this. You see Maggie scoping out New York. She hides under this bridge. A ninja walker is what we call him, a walker that apparently is quiet as shit, comes up behind her. She beats the living shit out of this walker, and then she screams, which is this image right here. She kind of has a breakdown after she does it, and then it kind of goes to the new intro, and the new intro it's pretty good. It's not The Walking Dead good, but it's pretty good. But then you get to this image right here. Maggie, she goes to this bar, and I'm still trying to understand the location of where it is, because I know that by the time Maggie reunites with Negan, and Negan and her are getting in the truck and they drive for a little while, I don't know where exactly they're at on the map at this particular moment. It couldn't be that far away from New York, but I just don't think they really disclose that information. If they do, let me know down in the comments. But Maggie's looking for Negan, and what you find out is she's looking for Negan because there's pretty much a warrant out for his execution. I was going to say arrest, but more execution from the marshal. And the marshal, if I can find a picture of him, because he should show up here in a second. So this is like the main big bad of the season. What I'm understanding is he was a savior, but that's not the marshal. The marshal works for the Croat, I think is what his name is. I'm looking for him here. Of course, when I'm looking for him, I can't find him. Let's see. Here, let's do this. We'll go back up. Maybe I'll do the marshal. There he is. So this guy works for the Croat, which is him. This guy He's looking for Negan under the leadership of the Croat, and the Croat was a savior. And you can actually tell if you look right here on the I guess the right side of his face, it looks burned here. So that definitely looks like some of Negan's doing. If you remember Dwight and the other, there's another guy who he burned his face and he pissed himself after he got his face burned, which makes sense, right? I mean, I probably would piss myself too. So anyway, so he's kind of coming after him, very menacing villain type character. I got a feeling by the end of it, he's not going to be really a villain, but he's very badass, and I like it. You need characters like that too in the story. They're fresh and new. Because like as much as we love Negan and Maggie, we also need those. We need those other characters as well. So she's looking for. She knows that people are looking for Negan. However, she's looking for Negan because, as I mentioned before, the Croat, the guy with the burned face. Oh, there was a picture of him right here. I don't know how I missed that. The guy with the burned face. He was a savior, and he has Herschel. So Maggie's whole thinking is, okay, if he was an ex-savior, Negan would know him, and then Negan would be able to work out a deal to get Herschel back to Maggie. Well, obviously, they don't really like each other. Obviously, more like Maggie doesn't like Negan. I think Negan, he's trying. He's trying to show her, hey, listen, you can trust me. I know what I did was horrible. I know that what I did was terrible. There's nothing I can ever do to fix it, but you can trust me. And she just doesn't want to. She can't. And I can understand that. I do. As much as I love Negan as a character, I also understand her side of it. I get completely why she is the way she is. Even if it frustrates the shit out of me, I do get it. So anyway, she finds him. She chases him down in this truck. She kills a few people first. Comes out chasing his truck, and he's with a girl. And let me see if I can find that character because I don't remember what her name is. Unfortunately, I don't know if I'll be able to find it. To be honest with you, is this her right here? No, wait, no, it's not. Actually, I don't know who that is. That might be a different character coming later. I don't know who the girl is, and I don't see a picture of her, so I'm just gonna kind of move on from that. But anyway, he's with the little girl. She chases him down, and she kind of explains what happened. He ends up coming along because he feels she keeps bringing up the whole like you owe me kind of thing. You owe me, and to Negan, I think he agrees with that. He's like, yes, I do owe you for what I did. So he goes with her, and before they get to New York, you see they cut back to a scene with the marshal. The marshal goes back to this bar where Maggie is sitting at, and he's essentially like, "Where are they? I know Negan was here. Where is he? They kind of weren't saying shit. There was this woman there, and I think I might have passed by her at some point or another. She might show up down here somewhere. But there was like a lady here. I guess she works there, and she ends up finally squealing about Negan and what happened. It talks about and kind of brings up Maggie. And the marshal kills her anyway, pushes her into a herd of walkers, which I thought was really, really cool. Very, very badass. The thing is, what sucked is there was a scene, the first scene where you see him, he's outside this building, outside the bar. He gets out of his car. Let me see if I can find a clear image. That's a pretty good image. He gets out of his car, and the first thing I thought was when I saw this hat, I was like, dude, is that fucking Father Gabriel? Because I love Father Gabriel. I've got to the point where he's one of my favorite characters in The Walking Dead, but it ended up being the Marshal, and I was like, okay, that's fair, But yeah, so this guy right here, that's not a very, very good image. Let me see if I can find a better one. I'm trying to see if I see anything that sticks out at me. Let's see. Oh, here we go. This is actually a good picture. This is the girl that Negan is taking care of. So Negan tells Maggie they get to a stopping place, and before they take her to, I guess the new hilltop, which by the way Maggie still holds Negan responsible for. Negan tells her about where she came from and why he's taking care of her. She was at this farm that he was working at, and how most things turn out goes to shit. And Negan brought her along with him and has been taking care of her. She does not talk. I'm assuming she will at some point, and that'll be cool. I mean, the thing is, we've seen that before. I saw somebody make like a little comment about how it's not very original. I don't think anything about this show is original, if I'm being honest. But I will say it has a decent feel to it though. Like watching it with my sister. My sister's a huge. I wasn't picking my nose by the way. I was scratching. I, that's what everybody says. uh, I was watching the show with my sister, and we were talking about how the feel of it, while it feels very Walking Dead, it definitely has a different kind of feel that I do appreciate. It feels different enough for it to be interesting, but you still know it's in The Walking Dead. So anyway, Negan and Maggie to get to New York, they run into this guy right here. He's part of the Marshall's group, and so they take him with them as collateral. They get on a boat, they go to New York, and they get there. And here's a good image with all three of them. I like the look of this. I like the color palette that they use. It's like a very I don't remember what the exact camera work. I'm trying to think of the exact filter, right? I don't know the exact filter. I'm sure I have it on my phone. You know, most iPhones and Samsung phones, shit like that, they have this filter. I like that. I think it looks cool. It kind of adds to the zombie movie vibe. Like all this, I love the color of this. This looks fantastic to me. I'm trying to find another good image of and by the way, I just think this poster is pretty cool with the Statue of Liberty head on the ground. Looks like a walker. Well, it looks like a skull. I like that. I think that's really, really cool. But anyway, they get to New York. They run into some walkers. There was definitely someone in I don't know what you call it, some kind of I don't know, tractor or something. I don't know. I couldn't remember. Excuse me. It went by kind of quick, so I don't really remember what it is. But it was kind of luring a whole group of walkers towards down the road somewhere. So they got obviously there's a setup in New York there's definitely a group in New York that is actually you know it's they are much bigger than what we realize, and it sounds like to me they're very savior like. I mean, if the leader is from the saviors, then that'll be interesting to kind of see how that all plays out. But yeah, that's really all I got to say about it. I know I'm kind of sounding like I'm struggling here, and again, if you're new to the channel, I'm sorry if I sound kind of nasally, and that's a nice picture. I think that's from season 4, probably. Season 4, I think. Yeah, probably season 4. Man, season 4 of The Walking Dead, the original show. That's nuts. That's really all I got for you. This is a scene of Herschel's son. He's kidnapped by the Croat. So again, this kind of stuff we've seen. Obviously that's what Maggie needs Negan for, is try to negotiate with the Croat. So I'm interested to see how that goes. I wonder how their relationship is going to be between Negan and the Croat. Was Negan pretty close to him? Was Croat, because he mentions Croat and he talks about how crazy it was. But the thing is, what you get into the issue with is that if Negan knows Croat and says he's crazy, but we've never seen him before, they have to fill in those blanks. So I wonder if they'll do some flashbacks. I think that'd be really cool to do a flashback of Negan at the sanctuary and Croat's there, or whatever his name is before that. I think that'd be interesting to see how that goes forward, and I can't wait to see this Walker. I cannot wait to see that. That looks so cool. That's ripped straight out The Last of Us. I think that's so sick. The Last of Us video game, not the shit show. But yeah, dude. So all in all, the show ends off, and they're kind of leaving cliffhanger. Negan and Maggie run into this. It looks seemingly this. I don't think she's a walker. It seems like it's this woman who looks kind of like a homeless chick. Runs into her, and then you kind of see Herschel in captivity by the Croat. So that's where it ends off. It was a decent premiere. It wasn't anything mind blowing. It wasn't anything that was really gonna mix up the formula all the way. But I like the feel of the show. I like the aesthetic. I'm very interested to see what's going up next. I was looking forward to this show. This one in the Rick and Michonne TV show were my most anticipated shows in this franchise for sure. So I'm excited to see what happens next. Let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments below. I'm sorry if this video was kind of strung out a little bit harder. I I'm so nasally. I thought I was cleared up, but then I felt as I was talking, I was starting to feel the mucus start to start to build. So I apologize for that. But let me know what you guys think about Dead City, and we'll do another review. I don't know if we'll do it like this. We might do it more with actual pictures and me just talking direct to the camera as opposed to having like the screen up here. I want to do a play by play, but unless you want to watch a 55-minute long episode with me, uh, there's no way for me to skip around. And I'm not trying to go on YouTube and be like, The Walking Dead, Dead City, episode one, Negan and Maggie scene. You know what I mean? And it's like, dude, there's so many of them. It'd be hard to do, but maybe we'll do that next time. We'll kind of see. But anyway, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below, and yeah, we'll do episode two when that comes out. And again, I'm sorry for being so choppy, but it's a new learning experience, new learning curve, and I hope you guys are along for the ride. So anyway, with that being said, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next one. Stay dead, my friends.